Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Off and running, welcome in. Hour number 3 after further review here on a Thursday. Musso in for Moscona, Braxton Rizzuto, Cassie Spazzali, and all of you. And we're very glad to have you along for the ride. Hopefully you're knocking off work right now, hopping in the car, heading out to a long 4th of July weekend. Celebrate our nation's independence, 250 years. I know I'm looking forward to doing a lot of that. Maybe we'll get into some of our 4th of July plans a little bit later on here in the show. Still got plenty to get to, and we'll start here with some New Orleans Saints. So, Pro Football Focus has kicked off their annual offseason tradition where they go through all their ratings and rankings from a season ago, and they rank the top running backs or the top wide receivers, the top defensive ends, all based on their metrics, all based on their rankings, where maybe it's not just an opinion, but it's rooted in some type of analytical fact. Today, they kicked it off with quarterbacks. They ranked all 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Tyler Shough, obviously a starting quarterback in the NFL, so he's on the list. Won't bury the lead anymore. Tyler Shough came in at number 24, which I think is a very, very fair place for Tyler Shough. I mean, if you go to the number 1 spot, it was Josh Allen. Joe Burrow was actually number 2 on this list, right behind him. If you're curious about DFL, that was Deshaun Watson at number 32. So they're kind of on Deshaun Watson being the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Jacoby Brissett, Malik Willis, all those guys kind of bringing up the rear as well. So Shough comes in at 24. What's notable about that for me is he's ahead of his other rookie competition. He's 1 spot better than Jackson Dart, who came in at 25. He is 5 spots better than Cam Ward, who came in at 29. Now, it's going to be fascinating to watch all 3 of those guys go into year 2 here in the NFL and see what they can build around. The Titans went and built around, Cam Ward in the offseason. Obviously, Cornell Tate ends up there. New Orleans Saints, we've talked all throughout this offseason about the job that they've done building around Tyler Shough. Malik Neighbors is going to be back from injury. Cam Skadden will be back from injury. So you have plenty of weapons around Jackson Dart. So it's going to be fascinating to watch those guys because all 3 of them had very good rookie seasons. And all 3 of them have plenty to improve on as well. With Shough, though, being ranked 24th and ahead of those guys, especially with a metric like PFF behind it, I do think that's significant. Here's their write-up on Tyler Shough and their reasoning for putting him 24th. Shough displayed the same ball security in the NFL that he showed during his lone season at Louisville. His 2% turnover-worthy play rate tied for the 4th lowest mark among qualifying quarterbacks. From week 8 through the end of the regular season, Shough ranked 10th among qualifying quarterbacks in PFF passing grade, 77.9. That came without the benefit of a sustainable running game or play-action passing attack. Improved offensive balance should create better opportunities for Shough to succeed in 2026. Of course, the improved offensive balance goes into everything that they've added along the offensive line, running game, receivers, all of that. The turnover-worthy play rate is really the great thing for Tyler Shough. I love seeing him have the 4th lowest mark among qualifying quarterbacks. You want your quarterback to not turn the ball over. You want him to make the right decision, and Shough did that more often than not. However, that 2% turnover-worthy play rate also could lead you to one of the areas where Shough needs to improve the most. So, a few weeks back, we played this clip from Nate Tice He was on his podcast, Football 301. It's part of Yahoo. If you're not familiar with Nate Tice, he played quarterback at Wisconsin. He's got a scouting background as well. Like, he is NFL draft to the core, very analytical guy. And they were talking about the rookie class of quarterbacks taking the next step. All the guys we just went through, Shough, Ward, Dart, on that podcast. And when he got to Tyler Shough, he glowed about all the things that PFF did too. Didn't turn the ball over, great passer ratings, all of those things. But then he talked about where he needed to improve. Give a listen.
The sack rate has to improve, and that's only more concerning to me because that's what was an issue I had with him in college. Was he it's not great under pressure, and whether that's something in his head about being hurt before, he would kind of like comically get rid of the ball like in weird ways, and he had a higher amount of throwaways last year too. But I do think that dealing with pressure would really help him out. He had the highest pressure to sack rate among all quarterbacks in 2025, and he was 43rd out of 46th among all rookie quarterbacks since 2013 in pressure to sack rate. His stuff started folding. He kind of eyes came down. And he kind of just like, all right, I'm just going to eat the sack rather than maybe trying to create something. He becomes very much like Tua or Derek Carr under pressure, just like safe throwaways and checkdowns. Like that's just, and it's not bad. Like you can obviously win that way. Then you just have to be, when you can be explosive and can get those big plays, you have to hit them because you're not kind of creating those opportunities elsewhere.
So a couple things there. When I talk about the turnover play rate, it being so good, maybe lending into that problem, you heard him say it there. I mean, it's the same, okay, well, I'm just going to check it down. I'm under pressure. We'll check it down. That's not a turnover-worthy play. It's a very good play, but it might not result in a huge gain for the offense. So seeing Tyler Shough be better under pressure is something that's going to be massively important for him. The sack rate, Nate Tice said there that it was, the worst in the league. CBS Sports actually did a piece on the three rookie quarterbacks going into year two. They noted that Geno Smith had a worse pressure to sack rate last season. So it's either dead last or next to dead last. And I know what many people are going to say. Well, Musso, you've said it. He had a mash unit of an offensive line in front of him. I mean, Torsali Simpkins was up there playing offensive line in front of Tyler Shough at points this past year, right? That's why he was under so much pressure. Well, I do think that contributed. But you dig a little deeper, and you see that Tyler Shough, even with the offensive line problems for the Saints, faced the 7th lowest pressure rate in the league a year ago. Now, obviously, he didn't get to play a full season, so that factors into that as well. But I don't think it's just as cut and dry as saying, he didn't have a great offensive line in front of him, that's why he was under so much pressure. I think that's part of it, but I think there probably is a middle ground in there where Tyler Shough really needs to improve under pressure because you're going to be under pressure playing the quarterback position. You're definitely going to be under pressure in the NFL playing that position. What I think is actually more consequential in him improving there is Travis Etienne and the run game. That taking pressure off. Nobody respected the New Orleans Saints run game a year ago. Why would you? They were bad. So you could get them into obvious passing downs, tee off on Tyler Shough, where, he's just checking it down here or there, throwing it away, not turning it over. That's great. It helped you win 4 of his 5, 5 of his 9 starts. Like, it helped you do very well there. But you want to see him stretch the field more. You want to see him be able to have those opportunities. That's something Nate Tice talked about at the end of that cut. And that's the thing. When you look at Tyler Shough down the stretch of the season, so he took over in week 9, you look at him down the stretch of the season a year ago, when he did stretch the field, you saw the explosive plays. And that is very encouraging. So over the final 5 weeks in particular, Tyler Shough had 16 completions on throws of 15 or more air yards down the field. That was 7th most in the NFL. So he flashed the arm strength. He's got the accuracy and everything involved in there. You give him more time in the pocket, and a good running game is going to help you do that, and some improvements along the offensive line and just staying healthy. I think you really could see Tyler Shough take a big jump under pressure this year for the New Orleans Saints. He's not the most mobile guy. He's not a statue back there, right? I mean, you're not just it's not that he can't move. He had a great game against the Bucs where he really showed off the legs. So he has a little bit of wiggle back to him and can make some plays off schedule. It's just he has to be maybe a little bit more composed. And again, a better running game and all of those things will help him do that. The ability to stretch the field will help him do that as well. And those go hand in hand. So I think you look at that and you go, yeah, there's actually a really big opportunity for Tyler Shough to improve under pressure because you already know the decision-making is very good and you already know the accuracy is very good. You need that offense to work in tandem a little bit better, and hopefully that's what the Saints are on the fast track to doing here in 2026. We'll get our answer soon. They'll be back on the field for training camp before you know it and kicking off preseason games, although I don't need to see Tyler Shough in the preseason at all. I'm sure we will, though, for at least part of it. And then before you know it, they'll be heading up to Detroit and kicking off week number 1 or what could be a really intriguing and entertaining season for the New Orleans Saints as they look to return to the playoffs for the first time since Sean Payton was your coach. All right, we're going to grab a break. We're going to come back on the other side. Continue here, hour 3 of AFR. Dip back into a little bit of LSU recruiting here. Tigers already have a commitment from Greedy James today. He officially flipped from the Texas Longhorns. Maybe reset that a little bit and kind of update you on what else is going on around the Tigers next here on AFR.
After further review.
AFR is brought to you by the Watermark Hotel and the Renaissance Hotel, 2 beautiful hotel properties in Baton Rouge, the Watermark downtown, the Renaissance Southtown right there on Bluebonnet. And when it comes to hosting your event, both the Watermark and the Renaissance are perfect. The Watermark is a gorgeous, elegant spot in downtown Baton Rouge. That wedding reception, that smaller gathering, that meeting space, they can do it. They've kept so much of the history and tradition of that iconic building while modernizing it. The Gregory is a great restaurant inside of the Watermark as well. And then, of course, the Renaissance Hotel, Southtown, right there on Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge. It's more modern. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous hotel property at the Renaissance Hotel where they have meeting space that can accommodate up to 500 people, 7,000 square foot of meeting space, perfectly located right off of Bluebonnet and I-10. It's the Watermark and the Renaissance Hotels in Baton Rouge.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
AFR is brought to you by Parish Restoration. Kill mold, remove odor, other harmful pathogens, commercial or residential. As a matter of fact, Parish Restoration, I love the process, by the way. If you go to the website at parishrestoration.com, you can see videos of their patented non-toxic dry fog treatment. So you see exactly what it looks like. Very cool. But they have fogged, over at Parish Restoration, they fogged one of the largest buildings in the entire state of Louisiana. So it doesn't matter if it's your office building, your church, whatever it may be, school, or your home. They can even fog your car. Maybe your car has a weird odor, musty smell. Maybe you bought a used car from a smoker and you can't get that smoky smell out. This will do it. They'll come while you're at work, fog it. By the time you're done with work for the day, boom, you're back in a clean-smelling, fresh-smelling vehicle. It's Parish Restoration. Learn more at parishrestoration.com. Parishrestoration.com. Do business with someone you know. Parishrestoration.com.
Hey, shout out to Breezy Bro on Twitter. He came through with the name of the Iowa pitcher. I couldn't remember. We were talking about LSU going to the Live Like Lou Classic in Vegas this spring. They're going to face Iowa in one of their games. They faced them a tournament in 2023. I couldn't remember the pitcher's name. Brody Brecht from Iowa, the kid who threw 100 and had no clue where it was going, but beat LSU that day. Brody Brecht. So shout out to Breezy Bro on Twitter for sending that in to me. Don't know why I couldn't remember that, but yeah, couldn't. And good people listen, and they help you out with things like that. Brody Brecht. Yeah, God, that was LSU lost that game like 12-3 or something. It's just like out of nowhere. As dominant as that LSU team was, they laid an egg like 2 weeks in a row in the regular season and lost to Iowa 12-3 or whatever it was. But whatever, nonetheless. Speaking of LSU, recruiting here, reset the news of the day. Maybe if you are just knocking off work, got in your car, you're on your drive home, missed the news. LSU did flip Greedy James from Texas. He's a 4-star defensive back. Texas had him recruited and committed as a safety. LSU's recruited him as a cornerback. Corey Raymond's been chief on that. Just one of those guys, man, that Corey looks at and 6'1", 170, rangy guy, fits the mold for Corey. Plenty of Louisiana ties. His father and uncle both graduated from St. Aug in New Orleans, so he had that pull. Really bought into Corey's line of development, so LSU able to get that done. Greedy James flips from Texas into LSU's class. Really, really like that addition for LSU. It gives them 2 cornerbacks now in the class of 2027. You would likely think they are done there. Marquez Davis, Greedy James, their cornerbacks to be named there. And guys that you really believe, both Louisiana ties, both who have bought into development, will come here, will stay, will develop, understanding that LSU's got 9 scholarship cornerbacks on the roster this year, and all of them have eligibility to return next season. Obviously, not all of them will. We understand that. Some might be off to the draft, whatever, but you got DJ Pickett back. You brought in 3 freshmen this last class, so you're going to have a big room. So James Davis, understanding they're coming in here and they're not going to be asked to play immediately, but they're going to come, sit, develop, work. They want to be at LSU, and that's the important thing, and that's really fit a mold for what Lane Kiffin, Billy Glasscock, all those guys in the recruiting department and gals in the recruiting department have set forth for LSU. Greedy James, kind of just the latest in the line there that you've seen throughout this, throughout this recruiting cycle here for LSU, at least in the high school ranks. So Greedy James, now officially a member of LSU's class, flipping from Texas about an hour or so ago here on this Thursday, gives LSU now 15 commits for the class of 2027. Want to get to another recruiting note here for LSU, and then just a broader recruiting thought that I have. But before that, we'll let Matt update you on Rouse's.
Brought to you by Rouse's, official supermarket of the Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. 4th of July, right around the bend, y'all. Saturday, we celebrate 250 years of America. Red-blooded American fury. You want to go get burgers and dogs and beers and Cokes and everything you get, apple pie, America. You go to Rouse's. What are Rouse's colors? Red and white. I know we need some blue in there, but the point is, it's Rouse's because it's America. Great local retailer. You're getting ready for the 4th of July. Everything you need. Chips and dips and dogs and burgers and buns and drinks and everything. Get on by Rouse's, the official supermarket of America. They're the official supermarket of the Saints. It's Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home.
So this was supposed to be a pretty big recruiting week for LSU. Jaden Andy was set to announce Wednesday at 12:30. He obviously postponed that, although LSU still feels pretty good right there. Greedy James, obviously who we just talked about, did flip into the class as expected. Davion Jones was the other one. He's a safety, 4-star guy out of the state of North Carolina, originally from the state of South Carolina, and he was going to commit later in July, but there was a ton of smoke around LSU, and he moved his decision up to this evening, July 2nd. He's going to make his announcement here in about, I'll call it 45 minutes or so. It's scheduled for 6 p.m. Central, but, let's be honest, it's a ceremony. It's probably going to be 6:05, 6:10-ish or whatnot that he actually does, and LSU will be a hat on the table. And at one point, LSU, as we said, when he moved the decision up, all the smoke, LSU was considered the favorite. You saw when he moved the decision up, you saw all the predictions go in on LSU with fairly high confidence. That's who they were going to go get, and he was going to be one of 2 safeties in this class. Well, that changed yesterday. And when Shea Dixon was on the show with us yesterday, he explained kind of why that changed with Davion Jones.
This is one where I think you're looking at in the 11th hour what is, and Davion is originally from South Carolina, what is kind of the home area team do. And South Carolina's ponied up in a big way on the NIL front right now. And so from what I've gathered, Moose, and this is just me putting the pieces together, I think when Davion Jones called all the teams to inform him of where he's going, South Carolina said, okay, sit tight. And within about 24 hours, there was a new offer out there to the East Coast 4-star prospect, to which, unless we see LSU make a massive move here on the NIL front, and I know they've been in talks with Davion and all of that, but when he announces tomorrow, if things were to go as they were right now where it stands, he would wind up picking South Carolina, which would be a definite reversal of the direction he was going, let's call it just 24 hours ago.
South Carolina dropped the bag on the kid. All right, whatever. Fine. I mean, that's good. It's the nature of recruiting these days. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that plenty. I mean, is there a bigger example than Bryce Underwood? I mean, he really wanted to play for Michigan. No, he didn't. He wanted to get paid. He got paid. Good for you. Davion Jones, going to go to LSU. South Carolina said, no, you're not. You're originally from this state. We're gonna make sure that you stay in state. They're going to drop a bag on him, and that's fine. And he'll go to South Carolina, at least unless you heard Shay say there, unless LSU makes some other offer. But that's just not what LSU's been doing. So I wouldn't expect that. LSU's not going to. They're not going to overpay for a player, and especially at a position like safety, which is very much like cornerback, where they're extremely deep. Like we talked about that with Shea yesterday as well. They got Jace Thomas. They went out and got Fahim Delane in the portal. It was a top 100 guy when he committed to Ohio State out of high school a couple years ago. So like they've got plenty of numbers there. CJ Jimcool, he can play safety. They have him listed as a linebacker, but he was a safety in high school. Like you have a lot of depth there, much like you do at cornerback with a lot of guys with eligibility, and it's just not something that they're gonna really push. So South Carolina, they said, this kid's originally from our state. We really want him. He's kind of one that we can't afford to lose. We already have his teammate, Josh Dobson, committed because we dropped the bag on him as well. Can we get a little bit more? Give him an offer he can't refuse? Sounds like they did. So in a little more than half an hour or so right now, and Davion Jones makes his commitment, it's widely expected that he'll go to South Carolina, and that's a big change. You heard Shay say a big change from what was previously expected when he moved the decision up to July 2nd, when all signs pointed to LSU. The bigger recruiting point that I wanted to make, though, actually plays into that, because you remember on yesterday's show, if you were with us, actually right around this time in the show, we were discussing that piece from Pete Nakos at On3 where he surveyed multiple Power 4 general managers, heads of collectives, recruiting departments, all of that in there to get a sense of the spending in June, because it was the most expensive June in high school recruiting yet. And Texas A&M was the big spender. Like they had an SEC GM quoted in that piece saying A&M's at $10 million right now in their high school class. And the big thing with A&M is, man, they're paying. Like they're paying kids to come in an era where you have to decide, do you pay high school or transfer portal? And with Texas A&M, everyone looks at it and goes, well, we've seen this before, right? We've seen this before with Jimbo Fisher. They signed the number one class, set like the record for the best high school class ever, paid them all right at the beginning of NIL. They had a bad season. All those kids got their money, and then they transferred out. And everyone's like, it's going to happen to you again, A&M. What are you doing? And in that piece, it was interesting because that was even brought up, and they noted that a lot of its relationships, though, with Mike Elko, where I think it was Mark Matthews, the one of their 5 stars, signed at A&M for less than Miami was offering him. It was people spoke about it on the record in that piece, gave numbers, and pointing to that as like, well, it actually might not just be all because of money. There is a team out there, though, that I do think that's going to happen to, and I think it's South Carolina. South Carolina has had to get their NIL in order. Okay, like it's not been a very wealthy program in that space. Well, they have done that now, and they are handing out bags left and right. We mentioned Josh Dobson, where, it looked like that guy was like ticketed for Texas A&M. Well, South Carolina dropped the bag on him. He's going to the Gamecocks. We just talked about Davion Jones. They did that probably to get him away from LSU. He's probably going to go to South Carolina now. And the reason I say that I think it's going to happen to South Carolina is because that doesn't really feel as much like relationships. That feels like, hey, we really want this guy, and we're going to have to really pay to get him, so let's just pay to get him. Which is very much like what it felt like with A&M that year when they, signed all the 5 stars and broke the records and all that stuff, and then were terrible, and they all transferred out and left. And the other reason I say that about South Carolina is Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer's on the hot seat this year. Like, can we all agree about that? Like, Shane Beamer is on the hot seat. If it goes poorly, they had all this expectation after, whatever it was, the 9-win season. And, in 2024, they go into 2025, and Lenora Sellers is going to be the first pick in the draft, which was laughable from the start. But Lenora Sellers is going to be the first pick in the draft, and he's going to win the Heisman Trophy, and they got all these weapons, and look at the defense, all that. Actually, they had lost a whole bunch on defense, but anyway. And they face planted. Now it's again, Lenore Sellers is back. Oh, he's going to be much better this year. One of the top 5 draft pick. Like, all that hype is back. And you're bringing in all these recruits. What happens if South Carolina stinks and Shane Beamer gets fired after this year? All those recruits going to flip out? They're just going to go somewhere else? Like, South Carolina actually might be that team that's paying out right now and ends up with a little bit of egg on their face, maybe getting burned, depending on how this season goes. So just file that away as well as we get deeper into the recruiting calendar. It ain't a slam dunk that Shane Beamer is going to be back in Columbia if this season goes as poorly as the one prior did. And they're spinning like he will be. Just July 2nd. Take note of that. File that one away. Maybe for a little bit later. See how that plays out for the Gamecocks. But for now, they got bags and they're spending them. So, hey, man, you got the bags? You want to spend them? Good on you. Go ahead. There's plenty of kids out there. And if not, the portal's always there as well. Recruiting has just changed so much here in college athletics. Not just college football, college athletics here in the year of our Lord 2026. All right, we're going to grab a break. Couple segments left to go. We still got to get to Otter Locks here. Hey, tally it up and see how Otter did last night. We still got to get to Otter Locks, so plenty more to come here on a Thursday edition of AFR. Stick around.
After further review.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001-752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. I love sharing 5-star Google reviews. Here's one from Ricky Gomez, who said Chris, his technician, was very professional and knowledgeable during the HVAC evaluation. He provided details and recommendations in a clear and concise manner. That's one of the things that always stands out. If you're having an issue with your AC or your heater, and River City's 1 Hour Air sends out a technician for an evaluation, they're going to explain your options to you. And that may sound simple, but none of it, I don't know anything about an HVAC, neither do you. Let's be honest. So whenever they go get up in your attic or they go look at your HVAC unit on the side of your house and they come talk to you, they're going to explain very clearly what's happening and your options to remedy it. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. 752-0001.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Thank you for voting Parrish the best roofing company in the best of Baton Rouge.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
Summer is here. Maybe you're looking to upgrade that ride before the family road trip. Get on by South Point Volkswagen, airline just north of Highland, or online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. Told you for years, they are Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. Maybe you need that full-size family SUV. Make sure you go test drive the Atlas. That's what Erica drives. It's the 3-row, 7-seater family SUV. Tons of space to accommodate our family, all our bags, all the beach stuff as well. Go test drive one today at South Point Volkswagen. Remember, you can shop them online, new and certified pre-owned. So if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, great selection. Say it all the time. They're the largest volume Volkswagen dealer. They move more new inventory, so they have more pre-owned trade-in inventory as well. So make sure you shop their pre-owned vehicles over at South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland or southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction?
All right, I'm back here after further review. AFR Thursday edition. I'll send you into your 4th of July weekend. Still got to get to Otter Locks. But I'm fired up for the 4th of July weekend, man. I love the 4th of July. I think it is the premier summer holiday. I think if you disagree, I think you're wrong. Here we go. A little Springsteen. The 4th of July is just everything you should love about summer. Cookout, pool, sun, good friends, America. It's right smack dab in the middle of the summer. It's the premier summer holiday. Do y'all agree? Cassie, Braxton, do you agree?
Yeah.
1,000%.
It's better than Memorial Day. It's way better than Labor Day.
Yeah,
Labor Day's not even really Labor Day's the end of summer.
Nah, I don't even. Is it May? No, wait.
Memorial
Labor Day?
Day
Memorial.
is in May. Labor Day is in September.
Labor Day,
That's
Okay,
that's
okay.
the end of summer.
See, it's not as
It's
important.
terrible.
That's why I forgot.
It's
I
terrible.
don't really consider that summer.
No.
I consider it
usually,
summer here.
Well, usually, like, school's already started. That's
Here,
fine.
yes. Yes. I mean, actual season, it's absolutely summer.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, Cassie, yes. Down here, we're always back at
It just
school.
has
That
a
was like the
different
first
feel.
holiday in school.
It has a different feel because it's the 250th World Cup is playing in the U.S. Like there's a lot of USA things going on in it. I don't think it's a perfect year. Better year for it.
No, I agree. Give me Lee Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood.
Proud to be an American. Give me that one. Give me that one. It's just, you gonna sing it for us, Cassie?
No.
I just heard you. There's great song. All right, so Cassie's gonna sing Lee Greenwood once Braxton gets that queued up. 4th of July plans, guys. What are we doing? I think I saw one guy in the YouTube chat.
When you picture the future.
Say something about being in Columbus, Ohio this weekend. They have a fireworks show that they do. How do we feel about fireworks shows?
So I like watching fireworks shows, but like,
Oh, here we go.
I'm not gonna spend money on fireworks because I think it's just a waste of money. You're literally blowing up your money. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
it's for the
such a waste
experience.
of money.
That's part of the fun, Cassie.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Have you ever popped fireworks before?
Yeah, but I've never bought them
And
myself.
but it was
Somebody
fun.
else buys.
But it was
them.
fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna waste my money on them.
But see, you get it.
I do.
Whenever you're a parent,
Yeah.
you're gonna want your kids to experience that. You're gonna buy your kids fireworks. You don't buy fireworks for
true.
your family.
You and
I'll buy,
Adam are gonna blow up a lot of money one day.
I'll buy sparklers, not like big fireworks.
You can't buy sparklers. Sparklers are lame. Cassie,
You
come
gotta have
on.
like the biggest fireworks.
You gotta get them like the bricks, like the big bricks of fireworks. To shoot like 100 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just such a waste of money.
And you have Lee Greenwood playing in the background.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, come on.
It's iconic stuff right here.
I don't know.
Me and my family will leave Saturday, July 4th. So we leave July 4th to Perdido Key, Florida. So we'll be there.
Nice.
The condo we're staying in actually has a huge fireworks show every July 4th. So we're
There you go.
in the perfect place to be.
There you go. I mean,
On the
we're just
beach,
sitting there
fireworks,
talking about fireworks shows.
burgers cooking on the grill. We're gonna have an
Oh, yeah.
amazing time.
Are you a video the fireworks show and post it on social media guy, Braxton?
Honestly, when I was a kid, yeah, because it was.
Okay.
But as I've got up, not anymore. It was kind of like I don't really post anything like
Okay.
a lot of people do. They post everything.
Let's see. I saw a meme earlier today that said, I hate to be the one to tell you, but nobody's going to watch the fireworks show that you put on your story. And I'm sitting here like, actually, no, I'm that person. I would totally watch it.
Watch them all.
I really would. I love fireworks shows. They're great. Like, I want to see fireworks.
You ever seen somebody post it and like their hand is covering the camera the entire time? All you hear is just the noise.
Yeah, I've actually been that person before because I
Oh, no.
might have been a little inebriated trying to film this thing once or twice in my life. But I mean, no, love that. All right, so beach, Cassie.
So my aunt lives in Houston. I usually go visit her. They live like by a lake, so we'll take the boat out, go to the lake. But my mom's left today to go,
Dang,
so
just
I can't
left
go.
you?
Just
I'd
left you
already
behind.
agreed to fill in for Paul today,
Left you behind.
so not going to Houston this year. And I'm not gonna go drive up by myself.
Why not?
So
I was gonna say, why not? It's a quick
Yeah,
drive,
let's go.
4 hours. Spend Saturday there, come back Sunday evening.
I don't like driving that far by myself.
What's in Houston? Why do y'all go to Houston every year?
That's just where she lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
my
it.
aunt
Got
lives
it.
in
Your
Houston.
aunt lives in
Yeah.
Houston. Okay.
So
I think
I've-
you've
and
told
I've
me
got,
that
like-
because you went to a concert there. I think
Yeah,
you
and I've
told
got
me that.
younger cousins. One's 5, one's 8 maybe. So I'll go visit them. But
If you got to go to one concert on July 4th and see one person, who would it be?
ooh,
Man, that's a great question, actually. Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Toby Keith.
Here
Yes.
it is.
Dead, Toby Keith.
yes.
Easily, man. I mean, that would be That's just, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, that guy, it's not even just this song. I mean, there's Made in America. I mean, he's just.
You don't got to say anything. Just play this.
He's got all the American songs. Like, rest in peace, Toby Keith. And he also just had other bangers that weren't about America.
Yep.
That would be his stories. His story was actually fascinating. Like, he worked in the oil fields before he made it big. He worked in the oil fields before he made it big in country music.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like he's like friggin' blue collar American guy. Like, yeah, Toby Keith, 100%. That worked out great. I didn't even have you cue that up. That worked out perfectly. Right there. So I mean,
I was gonna play it either way. It just worked out. I had that question in mind.
I mean, the other thing I would say is like Freebird.
Okay.
Freebird's like the most American
100%.
song ever. But yeah, Toby Keith. Is that a unanimous for Toby Keith in the room?
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just rest in peace, man. That was a bummer. That was a real bummer.
He died on my birthday.
Did he really?
Well, it might have been the day before, but yeah.
Man. Also, no disrespect to like Freebird and Country Roads, but why isn't this the theme song of Team USA in the World Cup? Especially because you're actually like winning games right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we play this as the victory song?
You saw people wanting to play neck.
I mean, that'd be great too.
They said if they
but
play
I mean,
neck, then people will go.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that'd be great, man. Like, why are we not doing
It's
that?
like the most patriotic song ever.
It is. Yes. Like, it's great, man. I mean, it's talking about America beating up on people. You love that. Especially people who've wronged you.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, Toby Keith. Here we go. There it is. Right there. Love that part. All right, so I'm just taking it easy. I'm hanging out. Pool day tomorrow.
Nice.
Pool day Saturday. Burgers, dogs, dessert, watermelon, music.
Watermelon. You always have to have watermelon.
Family. You do.
Yes.
Watermelon goes hand. Really, like if you're having a pool day, you got to have some watermelon.
Yes.
But 4th of July, we talk burgers, dog, ribs, too, by the way. Ribs. Underrated 4th of July barbecue item. Everyone just goes with the hot dogs or the steak or the ribs. Ribs. But you got to have the watermelon to go with it.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
Every time. Get some watermelon. Love 4th of July desserts.
Some good drinks too.
What kind of desserts?
Oh,
you got?
yeah, there will be desserts. I mean, there will be drinks, for us. Yeah, especially on Saturday. Yes.
I feel like there's not like a specific dessert you gotta have.
We are Ubering to the pool day on Saturday. But I like strawberry shortcake. That's a great 4th of July. It's light. It's got the red, the white. You can put blueberries on top. You have red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Love that kind of stuff. Strawberry cheesecake, kind of the same thing. You get the red, white, and blue colors in there.
Yeah.
There's a certain ice cream brand that I love that has a 250 flavor that I still haven't tried. Maybe I go pick some of that up, Cassie. I mean,
That sounds good.
I mean, so like, you gotta have the desserts, 100%. Like, it's the best summer holiday. It is peak summer. 4th of July is peak summer. I feel sorry for all the European brethren who don't get to celebrate the 4th of July. They don't understand just how great it is. All right. American kids, I dig it.
Good.
Like, think about this. The World Cup's here.
Yeah.
All like the English and the everyone who are here from other lands.
Yeah.
I mean, the English are gonna have a bad day on Saturday, man. I mean, just a reminder about how you lost the 13 colonies to our founding fathers.
Yeah.
England, but they're gonna get to experience like 4th of July and see how awesome it is.
Every other country though, every other country that's still, still alive in the World Cup, all their fans are still down here.
Yes.
They haven't left.
England's gonna sit there, and after Saturday, they're gonna be like, "Man, I'm glad we lost. This is a great party."
Well, side note, I've seen people like that have never been down here before. They've they've said their experience and how things have gone. They've tried barbecue for the first time. They've like seen different stores and different, they said that Walmart is the best place best store they've ever been in. Yeah.
I very much disagree with that.
I forgot what country it was, but they were saying like I've never been able to go to a store and get bread and milk and whatever else in the same store, and it was like I'm like, people don't go to Walmart anymore.
Nobody goes to Walmart.
No, they go to Rouse's. We need to get all the I don't really want to say foreigners, but all the foreigners into a Rouse's.
Rouse's is awesome.
That'll really blow their mind.
Yep.
But yeah, no. What are we doing? Jeez, they should come through Louisiana and just be able to go like walk into a gas station and buy alcohol. That might really blow their mind there. To your point though, Braxton, we got to hit a break. We got to get to Otter.
Yep.
I think we're at the point where we we can just have the World Cup here every year and convince everybody because everyone's had a great time. Like, everyone has enjoyed the hell out of this who have come from other lands. So let's make that happen.
So
4th of
Jameis
July.
Winston with Norway?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
4th of July. It's going to be great. We'll wrap up AFR next with Otter Locks.
AFR.
Let's Rev, R-E-V, letsrev.com, letsrev.com. You ever just get super frustrated at super slow internet? Oh, we've all been there, man. The little spinning wheel, slamming your keyboard or your mouse, pounding the desk because it's so frustrating. Your internet's so slow. Storm comes, knocks the power out, knocks the internet out, knocks the cable out. You're so frustrated. Maybe that's just me because I get kind of angry about things. But it's annoying. Nobody wants that to happen. Rev can help. They're local and 5 gigs, lightning fast speeds, and backed by an all-fiber network. Fiber. It's buried under the ground. I mean, you don't have to worry about a storm coming knocking the power lines down. Let's Rev. Listen, more than 70,000 Louisiana homeowners and business owners trust Rev. You should as well. REV. 90 years of local experience. Let'sRev.com. Let'sRev.com. Tell you every day, better coverage for less money. And man, my friends over at Insurance Network of Louisiana are crushing it for Louisianians on their auto insurance right now. Listen, if you have not had anyone shop for your auto insurance lately, you got to call Insurance Network of Louisiana. My goodness. They got some top-rated companies, Geico, Progressive. They're doing awesome work right now. This was an amazing story that I heard. They wrote one last week, saved the client $2,911 annually. They had a high auto rate with State Farm. They smashed it with Geico. Had another one save $1,476 annually with Progressive. They had Allstate and switched. Y'all, I tell you all the time, if you're just auto renewing your insurance, man, you're probably overpaying and you're underinsured. Let Insurance Network of Louisiana help. LAinsurance.net.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
All right, wrapping up with Thursday edition here of AFR. Got to get to Otter Locks. Trying to connect with Jimmy here, which looks like we got Jimmy. So, all right, perfect. We have Jimmy. So let's wrap up Thursday edition of AFR, the week on AFR with Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Good the phone line's working, huh?
Finally.
That's a nice thing.
We're
There
back,
we go.
Otter.
It's only a talk show.
There you go.
Let's get it going. All right, let's end off a good week with an even better night. Let's make it just a little bit better. Let's go White Sox Cleveland. No score right now. Bottom of the first. White Sox got nothing. These two teams are separated by one game. White Sox have passed up Cleveland to take first, and they took 2 of 3 on the south side, but they got Martin pitching tonight. We're going to take the White Sox. Just a reverse line movement against some of the sharps. I understand that, but we'll take the White Sox against Cleveland without Ramirez. They're just not as good. You're probably getting a better price right now.
Plus
It was
-185.
-1. Plus what?
You said on the White Sox plus 185.
Oh, shoot. They might be down now. So let me see.
I'm looking at it 0-0.
Well, anyway, hold on. Oh, Musso. Anyway, all right. Let's. You got me scrambling now. No, first and third, nobody out. So
Okay.
they're about to be down. So you're going to need plus 185. I'd take a shot with them.
All right.
Still. All right, Tampa Bay minus 125. Not trying to overthink this one. They've won the first 3, looking for a 4-game sweep. We've had them every day this week. We're not stopping now. Take Tampa Bay. Might be a little bit scoring tonight. That 10 over 10 might be tempting as well with Kolek and Seymour starting for those two teams. We're going with your boy Evaldi tonight. Texas is starting to win. They are tied atop the American League West with the Seattle Mariners right now, and they really haven't scored that much, but they're figuring out how to win. Evaldi over Framber Valdez in this one at home now after a really successful road trip. Texas minus 105. It's now minus 110. Kind of a square money line parlay, but these two pitchers and teams are hard to go against. Dodgers just about second in run score, but first in just about everything. Guess who is last in everything as far as hitting? And that is the San Diego Padres. With that unbelievable star-studded lineup, they have really struggled in Chavez Ravine. Sasaki against Vasquez. Should be a lot of runs scored. Just hesitant to take it over when it involves San Diego and their hitting slump right now in that part. We're going to hook up the Dodgers with Seattle. Miller in the Mariners. Man, he has been lights out, especially at home. And they own the Los Angeles Angels. 8 in a row at home for the Mariners over the Angels. Let's get to plus 110 with that money line parlay. Not going to lay that kind of juice on any MLB game. So we'll put those teams together. And then we're going with Portugal, with the draws are still popping. Nothing like they were earlier, but still 25 units up on the tournament as we're going to go with Portugal and Croatia to draw plus 290 in that one. So a little World Cup action.
Awesome, Otter. No show tomorrow, right?
No show tomorrow.
All right.
Off like everybody. But I'm going to tell you one more soccer match.
I got 10 seconds,
Sunday, Mexico against England.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Otter, we appreciate it. Good luck. Happy 4th to you and yours. We'll be back on Monday after the 4th of July weekend on AFR.
The Georgia Bulldogs. AFR.
Our friends at the Williamson Eye Center. Check them out online at williamsoneye.com. They've got locations all over the greater Baton Rouge area. On the Baton Rouge General Campus, I mean, you turn off a Bluebonnet onto Picardy, you make that right. And then right there at the stop sign, the building on the right, the first 2 floors, that's the Williamson Eye Center. State-of-the-art dry eye center, and it's full service. Of course, they have their state-of-the-art surgery center there where you can have your LASIK or whatever surgical procedure you're having. But they have your standard annual eye exam as well at the Williamson Eye Center. Learn more at williamsoneye.com. The thing I tell you every day is take the advice that I was given and change your life. To give yourself the gift of sight is absolutely incredible. If you're someone like me who spent your life with contacts or glasses, there is a way to be done with it forever. williamsoneye.com. Go see Dr. Blake Williamson for that free consultation. 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com for the Williamson Eye Center.